everyone, this is Mr. McCarthy with a quick video to address some of the questions that I'm getting from students about what exactly I mean when I ask you to write in MLA format. Now this is something that we went over quite a few times in class, so a lot of this should be review, and you might hear me begin to say something and go, oh yeah, I remember this. If not, no worries. This video is meant to review what I mean when I say MLA format and act as a walkthrough for how to put your assignments in Google Docs into MLA format. MLA format refers to the format of your paper or how it is organized and how it looks. All papers written in MLA format should have the same look even though the words are different. In MLA format, you should make sure that your font is Times New Roman and that you change the size to 12. Your lines should be double-spaced. When I say double-spaced, it means the lines of the text, not the words. The example to the right, underneath single space, is single space. The example to the left is double-spaced. There is a very easy way to do this without hitting the spacebar or enter key, so please watch to the end of this video if you don't know what buttons to click. Your heading should follow the format shown here. First listing your name, then your teachers, that's me, the class that the assignment was written for, in this case English 1 or English 1 Honors, and finally the date with the date first, then the month written out all the way, and finally the year in all 4 digits. Here are some other important MLA rules. Always indent the first line of each new paragraph by pressing the Tab key on your keyboard. In most computer programs, once you do that to your first paragraph, it should do it automatically for the rest of the document. Always justify your text along the left side of the paper. Never center it unless it is the title of your writing. Your title should also be underlined. It should be size 12 Times New Roman and double space like the rest of your text. But its center justification and underlining should be the only things distinguishing it from the rest of the text. Every program is a little different, so let's take a look at how this is done in Google Docs. This is probably how your paper looks when you start out writing it in Google Docs. It's size 11, Arial, single-spaced, and many of us write our dates and names in this way. First, what we need to do is select all of the text. To do that, you can click and drag, and that'll get all of the text. Or you can simply press Control A on a Windows computer or Command A on a Mac computer. That'll select all the text. Now we can make changes to the text. You'll notice if your text is not selected and we make changes, it's not going to actually change anything about the text. So you'll need to make sure everything is selected. Now, first we're going to change our font. That's up here. Normally, Google Docs defaults to Arial. So we're going to click that, and we're going to scroll down almost to the bottom and click Times New Roman. That changes our font for us. Right next to it is the font size. We're going to go from 11, which is usually the default, to 12. From here, we need to make sure that we double space it. We're going to go all the way over here to where it says line spacing. We'll see 3 horizontal lines and vertical arrows pointing both up and down. You're going to click that and change it from single or 1.15, whatever you have selected, to double spacing. Now, before we even move on, we'll notice that every paragraph is indented, and that is what separates them. We'll get rid of this space in a moment, but I want to make sure our heading is completely up to date. So, we've got our student, McStudent phase, and after that we follow it with the teacher's name. Underneath that, we put the class that it was written for, and then the date. But remember, the date isn't how it's written here. Right here we have March 22nd, 2020. MLA format would first have us write the date, it's the 22nd, then the month all written out, not the number, and finally the year. Lastly, we have our title here. Now, there are a few things with the title. It is size 12, it is Times New Roman, it is double spaced. one of the first things we need to do is get rid of this big space in between. It's already spaced with double spacing, so we don't need to add extra paragraphs in between. Same thing goes throughout. Notice there isn't a big space in between the first and second paragraph. We do need to differentiate our title a little bit from the rest of the text. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and click Center Align, and so that'll bring it to the center, and then we'll go over here and underline it. And that is a paper in MLA format. Very quick and a very easy transition to make sure that your paper fills all the requirements. If you have any questions, please send me a message on Remind or visit me during my office hours, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Have a great day and good writing.